You're watching ABC4 News, celebrating 75 years.
President Joe Biden in the hot seat again as more classified documents were found at his Delaware home.
Washington correspondent Basil John reporting on the response from the Justice Department today.
There is now a special counsel appointed to investigate these classified documents and whether they were mishandled. Thursday, U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland announced a special counsel, Robert Hur, will investigate whether President Biden broke the law by holding on to classified documents from the Obama administration.
The extraordinary circumstances here require the appointment of a special counsel for this matter.
Garland also confirmed reports that additional, apparently classified, documents were discovered in the garage of the president's Wilmington, Delaware home.
My Corvette's in a locked garage. Okay, so it's not like you're sitting out in the street. We're cooperating fully and completely with the Justice Department's review.
House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries says he's confident the president is fully cooperating with the investigation.
I believe that he's doing everything to take the appropriate steps to determine what happened.
But House Speaker Kevin McCarthy says President Biden is getting special treatment from the Justice Department.
You watched them leak photos of sitting out files of President Trump. Where's the photos of President Biden's documents?
The DOJ provided a timeline of events and revealed that the first set of documents were found before the midterm elections, which has many Republicans up in arms. Reporting in Washington, I'm Basil John.
Thank you so much, Basil. Now to a national weather alert. Floods devastating parts of California, and one mother whose son was swept away in the floodwaters.
Yeah, just unimaginable. Lindsay Doan says she thought it was safe to drive across a creek while taking her son to school, but all of a sudden her SUV began filling with water. The current sweeping her and her 5-year-old Kyle off the road. Now, Doan says the last words she heard from her son were a reassurance. He said, "It's okay, just be calm." Kyle slipped out of her grip Monday and has not been seen since.
If I could do it all over again, if I saw any water at all, I would have turned back.
A team of around 200, including National Guard troops, dive teams, dogs, and drones searching the creek for the 4th consecutive day. The county service manager saying creek crossings can be deceiving, and as little as 6 inches of water is enough to knock a person off their feet or even push a car off course.
Time now for Utah's most accurate forecast with Alana Brophy. Weather rates certified 11 years in a row.
That is absolutely heartbreaking. And something that in the weather world, Alana, you say a lot of times that, what is it? If you see water, don't go. Turn
around, don't drown.
Turn around, don't
drown.
That is the reason. You hear a story like that and your heart completely breaks. My heart is broken for those families. And it just serves that reminder of how severe the weather can be, right? These atmospheric events come in, they help us with our snowpack and the water, but they come with threats and danger, and that is just a heartbreaking story. Of course, our families with those folks. On the other lighter side of these storms coming through, we do have moisture. This looks like a pond or a lake in Utah County. It's actually West Mountain, and this is a farmer's field. Now, we have not seen water like this in several winters. Just great to see that we actually have some moisture filling in. Thank you to Brian for sending that our way. We've got dry conditions out there today. Quieter conditions that have taken hold. 40s will be turning into 30s as we get through the next several hours. Partly cloudy skies, but pretty mild. Mid to upper 40s out there after a storm. Hey, that's pretty okay. Decent day. Emily keeps saying it was warm, and it is for winter months, right? You feel like you step outside and you see that sunshine and you go, okay, all right, this is not our typical January day. We're going to look at the newest drought data because that's out this afternoon. That active pattern does come back. I'm going to show you when, because if you have holiday weekend plans, you want to see this. We've got storms on the way. Ooh, that's pretty. We catch the sunset here at Alta with those high, thin, streaming clouds. Lots of snow. They got 40 inches from this last storm, which added to their base. And we're going to look at these numbers because here's the last decade for Alta snowfall. Now, what you're looking at each season is total snowfall, except for this year. Look, we're at 369.5 when it comes to the base at Alta. That actually beats out 2014 for total snow. So we're in a healthy spot. Average is 538. Now, if we take what we have so far this year and we add that 271 to it, we go above average. And we'd love an above average year. That would help us out. It chips away at the drought monitor. And as we look at those new numbers, you can see a successful week. Here's why. we have eliminated exceptional drought in the Beehive State. So that's gone. Now we've got extreme drought in red in the central portion of Utah. That's at 26%. Last week it was 28%. We are making progress. And these numbers and these percents do not represent our Tuesday, Wednesday moisture. Hopeful into next week as we get some changes. Dry conditions out there right now. Satellite radar shows those clouds that I'm talking about. We keep seeing on the cameras. They're streaming through. The high brings haze with it at times. Sun going down from our ABC4 camera, and we were able to see that layer of haze over the valley there. It's going to start to build back. So we are anticipating air quality impacts as we close out our work week in Salt Lake, Davis, Cache Valley, and on the western side of the state. So we look towards Uinta County and Duchesne, the eastern side of the state, where we've got haze and cold temperatures on the valley floor. So elevated particulate matter on the way. Looking ahead, the high breaks down. We get a weak wave for Saturday. That means increased cloud cover and some wet weather. We roll into Sunday, and that's when the cold front will come through. Ahead of it, valley rain, mountain snow, and then the front will open that door for colder air and allow for moisture to fill in. Through Sunday, our mountains will pick up measurable snowfall yet again. We head into next week. The pattern stayed turned on, which means we get colder air coming in as well, and we're going to see some snow. 40s along the Wasatch Front, 45 in Moab, 56 in St. George. Speaking of Washington County, we've got rain, and that rain holds steady for several days. We don't dry out until the middle of next week. Okay, same pattern for the Wasatch Front. Notice on MLK Day, we definitely have soggy conditions. So if you have that extended weekend, you're going to want to pack the rain gear. We don't dry out until Thursday. So this is the break. Enjoy it, folks, because then it comes back.
It's all back on. Those numbers, though, I just gotta appreciate that.
Keep turning on Mother Nature's sprinklers. Turn them on again. That's, we just keep doing it. So
we're on your team.
Yeah.
Keep control, Alana. Thank you so much. Done now for